That escalated quickly again.
Come on my left side and we go together.
So when we were done with this huge project, Skate the World Airborne in Vienna, where I landed with a parachute on the biggest bridge in the middle of the city, I really asked myself, what is the next step? What can I do now? And for me, it was important to do something meaningful and finally also give something back to the sport that actually gave me everything. Skate the World is the chance to show the world from a different perspective. I think we get so many bad images all the time on the media when we open up the news. And with Skate the World, I just want to give hope and also show the planet from the perspective that I see it. Over the last decade, I was traveling to 75 countries already, and this would never have been possible without my skates. It all started like 20 years ago when I started my professional career as a short track speed skater, racing on ice, 5 to 7 guys competing on one lap, racing against each other, fighting. Super cool sport. The cool thing about my short track skating career was that I was already able to see the world because I was traveling to World Cups, I was participating in World Championships, European Championships. When I retired from sport, my whole world turned upside down and I thought actually that my life is over because from one to the next day, something you've just invested so much time in feels worthless. I was always questioning myself what pieces were missing to make it really to the top level in the world. Short track is such an unknown sport, especially in Austria. So it was always hard to finance it, to find the right people to train with the best teams. And I thought I need to do something about it. So my conclusion was that mainstream media is almost not reporting about those niche sports. And that's the reason why I started my own sport magazine. And this was actually my entry into sport journalism. Through that, I got into travel journalism. Of course, I always had my inline skates with me because for me it was the most logic thing to skate through a city and experience a city on skates because you never skip anything, you always meet people, and the thing is you cover 10 times the distance that you would cover on feet, so you always experience 10 times more than everybody else. And the coolest thing about skating through a city, especially in an exotic country, is that usually in the most exotic countries, I'm also the most exotic thing to the people, so they always approach me and are curious about what I'm doing here. About 2 years ago, I was skating on the Philippines when suddenly a message popped up from Instagram. And it was Ian who wrote me that they're following me already for a long time and that they have quite a big skating community already in Lapu-Lapu city. So that caught my attention. My first impression of the Philippines was that it's a huge mix of paradise and also poverty. Like the nature is amazing, the people are amazing, they always have a smile in their face, they're so positive, even though life can be so hard sometimes. When Ian texted me, I got curious and I wanted to know more about him, and he started to tell me how skating actually impacted his life. He was a gang member when he was 12 and actually his best friend got him out of the gang and to inline skating. Together they created the dream to build up a skating community on the Philippines, but also to participate on a world-class level in inline skating. The story took a quite sad twist because his best friend died from cancer very early at a very young age.
Here is my best friend, Jeffrey.
He was the one who actually taught you skating for the first time, right?
Yes.
So he's the reason we are here now.
Yeah. Jeff! Nanami, Jeff! Naman na kita ng buwan. I told him that we are here, that all the plans that we made before, it's happening now. I really miss him.
I'm sure he's very proud of you now.
I was very thankful of him every time I was out of my mind. I was talking to him on my mind, and I hope that he will help me. He will guide me to the good path.
So Ian had to fulfill this dream and work on this dream alone. I asked Ian to send me some pictures of the skating community and what they're doing. And besides seeing how much fun they have with skating, I was shocked about the state of their equipment and where they're skating. And that was the moment where I actually got inspired and motivated that this is the place where we can do something and where skating already has an impact, but we can have a much bigger impact if we help them a little bit. The first partner that I approached was EVA Airways because we needed a transportation and logistic partner that we can actually get all the inline skates and Jonas and me to the Philippines. EVA Airways was thrilled from the first moment and they granted us to support us. I convinced my partner Powerslide to give me some pairs of skates and I financed some pairs of skates, and in the end we had more than 50 pairs of inline skates that we brought with us to the Philippines. I still remember very well the moment when we were standing on the airport and we got a farewell from the great team of EVA Airways, and I was looking at Jonas and just told him like, I have no idea if we will have to book an Airbnb. I have no idea what's going to happen there. After 20 hours of uncertainty, two guys of EVA Airways were waiting for us and they told us we can calm down now, they take care for the whole process. Got out of the terminal and there was the first surprise. For the first time we met Ian in person and also two teachers of the Santo Niño Mactan Montessori school, which actually was the start of a much bigger cooperation than I could ever dream of. Our first mission started. We had only 3 days to organize a full skating competition. A speed skating race, a freestyle competition for kids and also adults. And it turned out so well, even though we faced so many challenges because we needed to organize the track. We needed to organize an ambulance for the safety of the skaters. We organized food and beverages for all of them. It was so cool to see the happy faces that they were finally able to show their skills and to show their speed in a competition and to actually really fight against each other also for prizes. And I think they loved it, we loved it, and it was a big success. On day 4, we visited the first elementary school. The smiles in their faces, the enthusiasm they had to try it, how they were helping each other.
We are trying to organize all the sizes today so that we can fix everything quicker and that everyone has as much fun as possible. How are you? So we get now 25 kids and the plan is that 10 try them at one time and the other 15 help the other 10 kids because we are just 2 coaches today. Try to keep your weight in front. Yeah, very good. I'm there, okay? Yeah. Don't worry. You did fantastic.
That was actually the first moment where I thought like, okay, this project has the chance to have a huge impact and we maybe can really change some lives.
I'm so happy.
Really? To see how much it meant to them that they actually can try skating for the first time in their lives was fantastic. And I still remember this one small boy.
Not a lucky charm can make you lucky. Practice can make you lucky.
I asked him if he wants some candy and he just told me like, thank you, I already had some candy, but could you give some candy to my friend? And later on he took us to his classroom and I asked him what his favorite subject was, and he told us it was ocean biology and that his favorite animal is the sea anemone.
When the sea anemone splits in half,
Yeah.
the other half will grow.
Yes.
And this one will grow too.
Oh, so that's why it's the most impressive animal for you?
Yeah. It is also the hiding spot of clownfish like Nemo in the movie.
That was so cute, like how involved they are and how much they actually like school. That was the moment when they won our hearts immediately, and we knew that this was the exact right moment and the right place to do a project like this. We also got asked by the Santo Niño Mactan Montessori school to make a small presentation about Skate the World and maybe also show skating to 5 kids there. But when we arrived there, well, that escalated quickly. Again, we didn't know what's happening and suddenly we could hear through the speakers really loud,
Let us all welcome
We got into this huge hall and there were so many kids shouting and it was such a crazy atmosphere and we were blown away. Like this was so far away from anything we've expected. There were 1,500 students just waiting for us. It was insane. We had to sign t-shirts, iPads, school tests, and I still remember how Miss Sunshine asked us if we can come back on the next day because On the second day, again, the rest of the school will come, which will be another 1,500 students. So we repeated the same thing one more time, and it was even more crazy. The appreciation we got there for our project was so cool, and that's the most important thing. It showed us that we are doing the right thing.
Today marks the beginning of a collaboration that highlights the value of holistic education, the power of sports, and the transformative role that they play in shaping young minds.
That we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Santo Niño Mactan Montessori school, and especially Sir Charles and Miss Sunshine, is a huge game changer for the project. Together with them we can take Skater World Philippines to the next level, even though we are not there, because they allow us and they grant us to use their facilities as a skating school, and this plays a huge role also for the long-term success of the project. Because of that, we can guarantee a safe space and a safe environment for all the kids to learn skating. With the help of Miss Sunshine and the Santo Niño Mactan Montessori school and all the partners we've gained during the time we've been there, we saw that there's so much potential, and it was so cool to see how Skate the World is changing the perspective of so many people and kids on the other side of the planet. I think what we all can take away from this project is that it's not always the big things that create real change. Sometimes it's even the smallest gesture, like answering a simple message on Instagram, that can open doors to something far greater. I'm deeply grateful for this experience, and it has been one of the most fulfilling journeys I've ever taken, and I can only thank everyone who became part of this mission, and especially everyone on the Philippines who made this possible. Because in the end, it's not just about skates or a race or a school project. It's about hope and about children daring to dream bigger. What began as a simple idea has grown into something that connects us across oceans, proving that when we move together, we can truly change the world.